Head cases, hello. A little bit of science today. We're going to talk about what is a Joule. Not one of these, not one of those, but one of these. So let's look into this in a bit more detail and see how this relates to your cycle helmet. According to Wikipedia, a Joule, symbol J, is a unit of energy from the International System of Units equal to energy transferred to an object when force of 1 Newton acts on that object in the direction of the force's motion. So what's a Newton? Let's find out what a Newton is. 10 joules would be a kilo from a metre dropped. Kilo 1 joule metre, the answer is 0.10. So yeah, that's correct. So that means that 10 kilograms over 1 metre, let's call it 100 joules of energy. So thanks to our online help, we have ascertained that 1 kilo dropped from 1 metre is 10 joules of energy. Okay, so here's the cool bit. Inside this head, attached to this wire, all the way down in the centre, is a triaxial accelerometer. This will allow us to measure the speed from which this goes from falling speed down to 0. The intention of and purpose of a cycle helmet is to cushion that, like having a big cushion sellotaped to your head, but in a sort of 25 to 30 millimeter space, to de-accelerate your eventual impact with what you're coming into contact with, and that hopefully protects your noggin and what's inside. Very important. So we'd like to understand a bit more about this, and I thought I'd demonstrate it. So let's create a testing process. The drop energy will be in joules, as we've been talking about earlier, and in order to relate to European safety standard EN 1078, the impact energy will be measured in units of G. This needs to be below 250 to pass. Solid concrete underneath. Our 5 kilo head form with the accelerometer. This wire leads to a picoscope, which will be displayed here on the picoscope software. It's just loading up at the moment. What we're going to do is measure how high or low we need to drop the head form from in order to generate a unit of over 250 G. So let's have a go. So if I pick this head up and just drop it from about 2-3 centimeters, we're at, can you see on the screen, 143.7, and you see that spike there, that's the energy spike, and that's the reading there. So I'm going to reset this. I'm going to measure it to about 5 centimeters. And that's 223. So it's a massive spike. You can see the difference. You can see the readings. Let's reset that again. I'm at 7.5 centimeters. Wow. See the spike there? 272 G. So that is over the legal limit. So 7.5 centimeters generates 272 G on a 5 kilo, so human head form with no cushioning or protection. Now the legal standard drops the head from 1.5 meters, 150 centimeters. Can you imagine how many units of G that would be? Yet a cycle helmet needs to keep it below 250. That's amazing. I think we should do a 1.5 meter drop with a cycle helmet and find out.